Hey, what's going on, guys? It's John. We're gonna go out and do some driving for dollars today. It seems for us to be a really good lead capturing process. Been getting some good responses off these leads that we've been getting. So we're gonna drive down to Dallas a little bit today and then see what we can find out. See what we can find. So we changed up our thoughts a little bit. Instead of going to Dallas, we're heading to an old neighborhood we're pretty familiar with in Farmers Branch. We're gonna drive down and do some looking. This has been changed up quite a bit. It's a working class neighborhood, but definitely not a war zone. And looking for possible homes that we can beautify in the area. So what we're doing is we're driving down, we're looking for houses that are obviously in distress, whether it needs repairs, that it's plain to the eye, overgrown grass, mail in the mailbox. Here's one coming up, looks like right here. There's right there. You can see that there's the grass there, there's the window unit that all these other houses don't have. Distress to the house. What we do is we write that down into the book and put it into our Podio system when we get home, and then send out mailers to the list that we compile, and then follow up on a monthly basis. There was another one here that we saw driving down. Oh yeah, this one right here. Did we get that one? 2560. Yep, 2560. That one right there. That one has the blinds all jacked up. Doesn't look like anybody's living there. Window units definitely got a sign of distress. Roof looks okay, but write it down and then we'll mail to them. And we're going to keep on going down this neighborhood and find houses that look just the same or similar. You can tell that, most of these houses look pretty kept up, so it's the ones that are they just pop out at you. That, you can tell that no one lives there, or they're abandoned, or they need some type of serious repair. These look pretty good here.
Do you want me to go back down here?
Yeah, let's go back down here and let's take a look at that one that we just passed by, and we can... So this is it's a good working class neighborhood. It's not in the hood. It's something that we could potentially get a house to flip, maybe rent out. But I think it is an up and coming neighborhood, and a lot of these houses look like they have been reworked and remarketed. We know for sure that there's been a few. As we come up here down the street, it's okay. Up on it, and you can tell the neighborhood is pretty good. Like we mentioned before, there's some houses that need a little bit of repair, but you can definitely, like this one here coming up, you can definitely see that one was and we'll look for some more like that. Alright, so same neighborhood. We can tell definitely by the unkept landscape. There's stuff. What's the dead ringers? There's stuff on the door. We'll see what that stuff says, figure out what's going on there, but we're definitely going to put this one on the list of distressed properties for us to follow up on. So I walked up to the house to see what those things on the windows were, and those were permits for foundation and plumbing repair. So someone got there before we did, but that's okay, we'll keep on looking. Can't get them all. So we came across a good one here in the same neighborhood. We've got about 13, 14 addresses already. It's only been less than an hour, so I mean it's well worth it. This one here has got overgrown bushes, trees. Looks like things aren't kept up. Looks like there's nobody living there. The roof looks like it needs help. Definitely pops out as one that needs it has potential. So we'll look at this one closer. It doesn't even have an address that we can write down, but we'll figure it out with our app. Alright, same neighborhood. We are looking at one that's definitely has potential. We've got boarded up windows. That's always a good sign. Grass is high. We've got doesn't look like electricity's running. What else?
Mail in the mailbox.
Mail in the mailbox. Got junk all over the place. Definitely one that worth looking into. We're going to go ahead and put it down and mail to them and find the owners. Alright, well here's a good one in the same neighborhood. It looks like needs a lot of help here. We've got the window screens coming off. We've got looks like some roof damage up there. Doesn't really look lived in, although the grass is mowed. Maybe it would be a rental that someone's not taking care of. Either way, we're going to put it on the list and find out the owners through the CAD records. I've got a video on how to do that. I might put a link if I remember, but we'll check it out and see what we find. Keep you informed. Everywhere you go, we see opportunities. Looking at apartment complexes. You know, I haven't ever owned an apartment complex, but I think that's the big thing nowadays. Either that or storage units or whatever, but right now we're sticking to the single family houses. But you know, competition exists, and there's a lot of people doing it, but you know, the talk around is that we might get a hiccup in the economy maybe, but nobody knows. Nobody knows the cycle. The cycle's been good for a long time, and I was just talking yesterday on what happens when this great cycle ends and people start whittling out and competition starts getting less fierce. Who knows? Opportunity always exists. We'll see.